From Neural Newscast, this is Model Behavior, AI-focused news and analysis on the models shaping our world.
I am Nina Park. Welcome to Model Behavior, a Neural Newscast editorial segment. Today is May 5th, 2026. On this program, we examine the deployment and operation of artificial intelligence systems within professional environments, focusing on the intersection of technical architecture and institutional policy.
Nina, the reporting from yesterday highlights a significant shift in OpenAI strategy regarding vertical-specific implementations. They have launched ChatGPT for Clinicians, a specialized iteration of their generative platform tailored specifically for medical professionals. This development is striking because for several years, the industry consensus was to caution users against treating AI as a diagnostic tool. Now, we are seeing a product explicitly designed for the physicians themselves. How is OpenAI framing the utility of this tool differently from their general purpose models?
That distinction is vital, Thatcher. Karan Singhal, the head of health at OpenAI, has clarified that this is not an entirely new standalone model architecture. Instead, it utilizes the GPT 5.4 foundation, but it is deployed within a highly specialized software harness. This harness contains specific tools designed for healthcare-centric workflows. It functions as a sophisticated toolkit intended to assist clinicians with medical research, complex documentation, and care consults. The goal is to reduce the administrative burden on providers who were already using standard ChatGPT versions to manage overwhelming workloads.
The distribution strategy is also quite unique for an enterprise product. Typically, specialized tools of this caliber require substantial subscription fees, but OpenAI is offering this for free to verified providers, including doctors, nurse practitioners, and pharmacists. However, Nina, any discussion of AI in a clinical setting must prioritize data privacy. Medical environments are among the most strictly regulated sectors in the world. How is the organization addressing the sensitive patient data that will necessarily be part of these documentation and consultation workflows?
Security and compliance are positioned as the primary pillars of this release. For healthcare organizations that require a formal business associate agreement, the tool can be configured for HIPAA compliance. OpenAI is leveraging their existing enterprise-grade security stack, but they have also issued a critical guarantee. Information shared within this clinician-specific tool is not used for model training. Furthermore, the system is designed to prioritize ground truth information, pulling from peer-reviewed journals and authoritative public health guidance rather than the broader unverified internet.
Even with those safeguards, factual accuracy is the most significant hurdle for generative AI in high-stakes fields like medicine. We have seen well-documented concerns regarding hallucinations in AI-generated medical advice. If a physician is relying on this tool for research or care consults, even a nominal error rate could have consequences. Did the initial evaluation data suggest that this specialized harness actually improves the reliability of GPT-4 when it is interpreting clinical guidelines or peer-reviewed literature?
The reported performance metrics are remarkably high, Thatcher. OpenAI utilized a specialized benchmark known as HealthBench Professional to evaluate the system. It reportedly achieved a 99.6% accuracy and safety rating. This indicates that the vast majority of the generated responses align with what a human physician would deem appropriate. During development, OpenAI also collaborated with specialists at institutions like Sloan Kettering to ensure the outputs remain grounded in clinical reality. This is an intentional effort to mitigate the inherent biases and inaccuracies common in general-purpose large language models.
While OpenAI expands its presence in healthcare, other technology giants are facing internal friction over their own professional contracts. Reports surfaced earlier this week that Google is proceeding with a significant AI agreement with the Pentagon. This move comes despite consistent pushback from employees who remain concerned about the ethical implications of defense-related AI development. It is a dynamic that mirrors the tension surrounding Project Maven years ago, suggesting that the ideological gap between corporate leadership and the workforce remains a persistent challenge in the industry.
The legal landscape surrounding training data is equally complex right now, Thatcher. A group of YouTube creators recently filed a lawsuit against Amazon, alleging that an AI tool was trained using scraped video content without proper authorization.
Simultaneously, we are observing rapid shifts in product roadmaps, such as the emergence of ChatGPT Images 2. There are indications that this new image generation model is taking priority over Sora, following OpenAI's strategic decision to move away from that specific video generation project in recent weeks.
It is a complex landscape to navigate, Nina. We're essentially seeing two parallel paths in the industry. On one hand, AI is becoming deeply embedded into high-stakes professions, like medicine, supported by impressive accuracy benchmarks and specialized tools like ChatGPT for clinicians. On the other hand, the foundational methods used to build these models, from defense contracts to data scraping, continue to face intense scrutiny in courts and corporate boardrooms alike. The success of verified, professional-grade tools may be the only viable path for establishing long-term trust.
I am Nina Park. Thank you for listening to Model Behavior, a Neural Newscast editorial segment. Visit mb.neuralnewscast.com. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.
This has been Model Behavior on Neural Newscast, examining the systems behind the story